What's going on, family? It's your guy, Boro the Lucky Libra, and thank you for tuning in to another episode, all right? As y'all can see by the title, we picking up the Signs Through the Houses series with who? With Aquarius in the third, his house, all right? So y'all make sure to connect with the Lucky Libra by tapping into my website, you feel me? And tap into my Patreon where I'm, feel me, uploading every Tuesday, Thursday, live streams every Sunday, all right? So without further ado, let's get right into it. Boom. All right, boom, boom, boom. Aquarius in the third house. So what's the third house? Air house. Air houses deal with relationships, connecting, interacting, sociability, relatability. I don't know if sociability is a word, but y'all get it. We spiritual over here. You feel me? We gotta deal with some context clues. But these are our social houses, all right? These are houses where we're influenced to understand how to interact with others, okay? But when we're looking at the third house deals with the local environment, neighborhood we grew up in, our adolescent stages, things that we've learned, things that we picked up on, how we became a product of our environment, what we've been taught, emphasis of in siblings, our neighbors, the people that we went to school with, people in our neighborhood, and by the ways we connected and interacted with all these individuals and these energies, it started to develop our natural communication method. Okay, so this is how the third house ends up being how we naturally communicate, and then how we take this energy into the 7th and the 11th house, which are the other air houses. All right, now when we talk about Aquarius here, Aquarius is an air sign. Aquarius is an air sign, guys. So Aquarius in this house harmonizes with this house, all right? Because it's already connected to this house, because the house it comes out of, the 11th house, it trines this house. It's both an air house. So air sign in the air house, this individual, most of the time, this is going to be a what? Most of the time, this is going to be a Sag rising. It's going to be Sag risings for the most of the time, all right? Fire risings. So when we're looking at Aquarius in the third house, now Aquarius is fixed air ruled by Saturn, co-ruled by Uranus. Saturn deals with building, organization, structure, rules, time. Uranus deals with power and control issues because it's erratic. It deals with transformation, all right? It's dealing with cultivating its individuality and pushing out what makes it unique. So it can also have a rebellious energy to it, all right? An opposing energy to it, all right? So this is why Aquariuses just become very influential, but they separate their pack, but they influence the pack. They influence the community with the difference of thought, all right, with the unique thought. So when you add that influence into the third house, okay, for the most part, Aquarius in the third house, it's Saturn here, so it's going to be detached here too. And when we talk about detached, it ain't like the Capricorn detached we just spoke about, okay? Aquarius in this house is gonna, hold on, guys. Aquarius in this house is going to be influenced to think differently than its community. It's going to be influenced to think Capricorn goes through is Earth, so it deals with more reality that hits it here, more from a being grounded from responsibility type of energy. Because it's air, Aquarius is influenced to connect, to embrace connections, interacting. But at an early age, it starts to understand like how to, learn to align in a different energy here. All right. It starts to pick up how other people think and naturally feel like it has to have its own way of thinking in this house. All right. It can't just adapt to what everybody's doing in the neighborhood, but has to learn how to be able to move in the neighborhood, almost chameleon like. All right. So it ain't immutable. But shit, Aquarius in the third house could get flexible and adaptable in this house. They could know a lot of people. They could know everybody in the neighborhood and not be down with none of the shit people are doing in the neighborhood. Like, it's that deep. They could know all the hoopers, everybody that play basketball in the neighborhood, everybody that sell drugs in the neighborhood, everybody that get money in the neighborhood. Everybody that's doing this, that, and the third. But they finding their ways to be an individual out of all of that. They finding the way, they analyzing how everybody else is cultivating their individuality. And it's just that Uranus influence. I'm telling you, the influence of Uranus, period, is going to cultivate your individuality. This is why Aquarius is by default so influential. But when you put it into the third house, they're going to deal with a lot of situations with their relationships transforming. Their relationships transform a lot because they may develop with Uranus and Saturn influencing here, they may develop a lot of situations where the way they communicate comes off opposing. The way they think about certain ideals goes against what other people in the environment are doing. And like I said, they're not so quick to adapt with others, but they are still learning from how people are doing things in the environment. But the way they're perceiving things is how to kind of understand what they don't want to do. So it ain't really like they trying to understand how people are building here to understand how to get aligned with it. It's like it's the Aquarius in the third house is Sagittarius risings. They understand this. Like they definitely understand what I'm talking about right now. Sagittarius risings is like, they could be real deep. They could be among, once again, they could know how to know everybody, know what everybody's into, but they don't fit the mold. They don't fall into none of the categories of what's going on in their local environment. Now, they may deal with a lot of responsibilities in this house as well, too, just by default, because it's Saturn, okay? So they may deal with a lot of responsibilities with siblings, things in the house, all right? And they're going to mature here as well, too, quick. Based off things going on in adolescent stages, teenage stages. They may end up maturing here quick, especially because Aquarius brings foreign energies into the picture. Aquarius brings abstract energies into the picture in the house it's at. So they may get to start interacting with energies outside of their familiar horizons quick too. Now, Sagittarius is already in the first house, going on a lot of adventures and shit, manifesting a lot of crazy episodes and experiences, probably traveling early in life a lot of times with Sagittarius in the first house. So Aquarius in the third house starts to learning like, yo, the world is way more bigger than my neighborhood. There's people getting money different type of ways outside my neighborhood. There's people building on their reality and building their reality in so many different type of ways outside my neighborhood. So, Aquarius in that third house starts to find out ways to learn to probably connect to some resources that's in his neighborhood, but it's ultimately to do something more original and individual. Okay? Aquarius in this third house knows how to be discreet about the people that they know. You wouldn't even think that you wouldn't even word. Aquarius in this third house, Sag rising, sometimes you don't even know who they know. You don't even know who they know. That should be crazy now that I think about it. For real, Sag risings. Y'all lives be crazy. Y'all don't even be knowing who they know. And they may not even, like, the people they know, because Aquarius gives that natural, Saturn bring resources. So because I don't want to say it naturally attracts resources, because like I just said with the Scorpio risings with Capricorn in this house, they learn how to get their hands on their resources by how they analyze what's going on in their local environment. So Aquarius here, they learn how to get their hands on resources too by how they connect, network, and see how other people get resources. But it's like the people they know, you'll be looking at it like, this person is that in the third, and they'll be like, that's my cousin, or like, that's my cousin's homie. You be like, what? Like, you better, like, that's just like, it be shit like that. Like, this person get money, this, that, and the third. The whole time Aquarius, they ain't sweating it. They have a modest approach about it. But in their head is like, yeah, I've been watching how they get money and whatnot. I've been understanding how my cousin's friend get money and whatnot. I've been peeping that. Like, that ain't a big deal. Like that, because that's just what they doing in the third house. Is like I gotta understand what we're talking about when we're talking about that opposing energy. When we're talking about that unique energy, doing things in an original manner. So Aquarius in the third house, they're gonna have, when they communicate and talk to y'all, it's gonna be from a detached point of view, and they're not gonna get hype about the things that you may get hype about with Aquarius in the third house. Their eyes be on the bigger picture a lot of the time. They're trying to build something. They're influenced to build their reality in the third house based off of how other people get into it. So it's like that third house starts to develop a life mission for them, wanting to understand how they could utilize their individuality or utilize some of their relationships, to get from point A to B. But it's like Aquarius don't want to lean on nobody though. That's the thing. So this is why the friend may look at it like, yo, you know this person's Aquarius ain't trying to lean on nobody, is independent. So this is where the detachedness come here. It's air, so it knows how to interact. It's Saturn, so it knows how to build, it knows how to network, and it develops a lot of networking ways of communicating with others, a lot of no time wasting, no nonsense approach when it comes to communicating and relating. But this is the detachment here, because it's independent. Aquarius is gonna seem independent in their familiar, in their neighborhood. Aquarius is going to be the one that could be around everybody in the summertime. Everybody's in the playground or whatnot, you know, playing around 2, 3 o'clock. And then when everybody's like, yo, Sag Risings, niggas, Aquarius in the third house be like, yo, Sag Rising, like, yo, Aquarius in the third house, are you coming to this party later on? Like, Aquarius Rising is like, it ain't gonna give you a straight up answer. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna see what's up. Don't really like people. Don't really like everybody being all up in his shit and knowing how it's about to move amongst his relationships. Once, like I said, very discreet here. And then in 9 out of 10 times communicating with a Sag rising, 9 out of 10 times with that Aquarius touching that third house, you're gonna be communicating with this individual, and they may have a certain savviness to how they communicate. Some dry humor too here. All right. They may also just the way that they relate themselves, just the way that they articulate certain things is Uranus here. So it's like, damn, I ain't never heard nobody talk like that. I never hear nobody use some dry humor like that. I never hear nobody explain things in such a way like that. That's real different. Or this, like, it's no other way to say that the way they're gonna communicate is gonna be something different. Wherever that Aquarius energy is at, is gonna be something different and influential here. All right, but they start to pride themselves in not moving like others. They learn from others. They know how to keep certain relationships close. They know how to, and they know how to keep a relationship close without you even know that you building with them. They know how to connect with you, and you don't even know that you working with them right now. It's like deep. It's like that should get deep with Aquarius here. You know, it's air. So air's gonna have more of a experience, wisdom, more of an enlightened psyche on how to deal with relationships. So Aquarius just knows how to move from a discrete energy, but understanding how to network, build, and it's Saturn, so use. You know, it's gonna understand how to exchange and build with certain individuals here. Okay, you know, it could be very, very intelligent, man. Very intelligent here. Sag risings, real smart individuals. You feel me? Really smart. Y'all know Sagittarius, one of the smartest signs in the zodiac. Okay, so yeah, but huge emphasis on they just move independently, man. And they carry that out into the 7th and the 11th house. It starts to work so much opportunities for them. It makes them intriguing. It's almost like you never know what you're gonna get with Aquarius in the third house. Their ideas are off the wall. The way, not just how they communicate, their ideas is off the wall. The things that they're able to teach and enlighten others from what they experience in their local neighborhood and whatnot, give you some real different perspectives, you know. Possibly, and then the siblings here, you know, it could be real similar to Capricorn in this house, where having that sibling that knows how to build structure or do something different in the family. You feel me? And you start learning how to cultivate your individuality from this sibling as well. All right? Or they become a support system into the things you want to build. Yeah, and Aquarius is Saturn. So yeah, Aquarius in the third house too might start working early here too. Capricorn has Scorpio risings and Sag risings may start working early in that third house. Responsibilities early in that third house. All right? So that's what we're dealing with for the most part when we're talking about Aquarius in the third house and all that, the basic temperaments here. All right. Next episode, we wrapping up this series with who? my beloved Pisces in the third house. All right, guys. So y'all already know what it is. If y'all trying to connect with the Lucky Libra, y'all go ahead and hit that link up in that description. You feel me? To connect with the Lucky Libra. Make sure y'all check out the Patreon where I'm uploading every Tuesday, Thursday, live streams every Sunday. Until next time, until next episode. Peace.